I am Steve Graff, aka the Green Monkey of Green Monkey Promotions. First and foremost, forgive the notes. I had my presentation polished, ready to go, memorized, all set up, and then late last night I decided to change every single thing about it. So I started from scratch, wrote up a new one with some thoughts that I've been kicking around in the office, dealing with a lot of new clients, and I wanted to get it on paper and then put it out to you guys. You guys are my first network of business connections, so I wanted to make sure I got this to you. Little intro, I created and opened Green Monkey Promotions in 2015. After I'd been in the promotional industry and in the marketing business in general as either an owner or an account executive since 1998. That's when we first got our start. We sold our first company, GraphX Marketing, in 2011. And from that time until Green Monkey opened in September of 2015, I served as an account executive for the people who had purchased my company, maintaining the clients that we'd spent years cultivating and building good, strong relationships with. In that time, between 1998 and 2015, I sold millions of promotional products, not an exaggeration, and printed thousands of different logos, messages, and brands on them in one form or another. Some of those millions were sold to people who are sitting in this room right now, and they go back 20 years. If I never learned anything at all, and it's debatable, I did learn this one thing. There are some basic truths that can help you as business owners increase the effectiveness of the items you purchase and help the success rate of whatever objectives and goals you have set for those items, if you set a goal at all for those items. Today I'm going to talk about some things that you should absolutely do anytime you're considering using promotional products as part of a marketing campaign you might be working on or getting ready to work on. So let's go first. The most important thing, without a doubt, is talk to a promotional products consultant. Now, I know the word consultant sounds expensive, but I promise you, you will waste far more time and money if you don't speak with an experienced consultant than if you try to do it all on your own. In reality, there's no expense involved with talking to a promotional product consultant. I don't bill by the hour with most people. I do with Comer, but not with most people. For a search that would take you hours to perform, I can typically knock it out in 10 or 15 minutes and boil it down to what we need. Because I know where to look, industry trends, and have daily experience researching products, I can save you loads of time and recommend much better options for your needs. Yes, I do have an incredible website with thousands and thousands of products on it that you can shop to your heart's content. The big problem is that you really don't know how nice that exact item is from a picture on a website. You also have no idea if that particular supplier is dependable or if they're well known for missing their time targets. The other thing you don't know is if, nowadays especially, if that product is even in this country and available. The supply chain disruptions have hit our industry just like everybody else, just like furniture. It's been crazy. There are currently over 3,000 suppliers and almost 1 million unique promotional products in the database. Going through all that can be overwhelming, and if you don't have the knowledge and the experience to do it, it can really kill any motivation you have for this marketing campaign. Now, take that already overwhelming task of searching for and finding that perfect item and combine it with actually purchasing that item from an online vendor with whom you've had no communication, no relationship, and zero familiarity. Who's going to do the art for that item? Is it in the right format? Is it the right size? Will it be legible when it's finally printed on the item? What if they arrive and they're not the way you wanted them? Who do you call? Let's bottom line. First and foremost, talk to a promotional products consultant anytime you're looking at adding a promo product to your marketing campaign. All right, let's move on to the second most important thing, and this is one of my serious pet peeves. When you start looking at promotional products, have a purpose. Do not randomly buy cheap plastic stuff to hand out cheap plastic stuff. In order to get the most from the promos you buy, you must have a plan. What is your goal in giving out the products? What are the demographics of the recipients of those items? How are you going to distribute those products? Do you have a follow-up plan in place after you give all the products out? I'm going to repeat that. Do you have a follow-up plan in place after you've given those items out? That is so key to being successful in that campaign. All of those questions are important to answer before buying your promotional products. Without a purpose, a goal, or a defined, measurable objective, you really are just wasting your money. An experienced promotional products consultant can guide you through that entire process. All right, let's move on to third. This is the last rule I want to talk about today, and it centers around the products themselves. To put it simply, buy something useful. Studies have shown that 80% of recipients of promotional items keep them because they are useful. May sound like common sense, but the cheap stick pins with the lid that gets lost and it doesn't write, and those little rubbery keychains that kids chew on all the time, those are still really good sellers to the uneducated promo buyers out there. All of you guys are smarter than that. I just gotta believe that you are. The real test for this rule is simple. If the item were given to you, would it end up in your kitchen junk drawer? Or worse, in the trash? If you can answer yes to either of those questions, don't buy it. That doesn't mean it has to be something super unique, expensive, or fancy. A simple pen is boring, but if it writes well, if it's comfortable, and if it looks good, it will be used. People sitting at their desk will reach for your pen because of the way it writes or the way it feels in their hand. So a simple, boring little ballpoint pen can be considered useful. A wall calendar doesn't excite that many people. But the average wall calendar in an office is looked at over 4,000 times a year. That's 4,000 impressions of your business name or logo onto the person looking at it. Let's talk about a coffee mug. And I'm not talking about the little 10-ounce white diner mugs. Stay away from those. But as long as that coffee mug is decent looking and holds a bunch of coffee, it's going to sit on someone's desk and they're going to stare at it all year long. Remember, we went over this about a month and a half ago. 450 million cups of coffee are consumed in this country every single day. What if your logo was getting looked at 450 million times a day? Would it change the way you market your business? So in a nutshell, those three things are what we like to focus with new clients at Green Monkey Promotions, and we try to guide our existing clients down those paths as well. I'm going to close with the Green Monkey Promotions mission statement because I think it's relevant to everything I've talked about today. Our mission is to provide our clients with creative, relevant, and targeted solutions to their business branding and promotional needs. These solutions should produce measurable results, be cost-effective, and provide our clients with the results they need by addressing specific goals and objectives for each and every project. Thank you for your time. Now go have the best day ever.